Okay. Alright. We're here. We're ready to start playing Fallen Order. Huzzah! Sorry about the bit of a late start today, everybody. I had a very busy morning, unfortunately. Lots of crazy stuff going on. And my boss called me too. No, this is the problem with working in science drug discovery in the middle of a pandemic, is that you have to work weekends. It sucks. Or rather, you still have to work weekends when I was hoping I wouldn't. I thought my days of working weekends were behind me years ago. But then, alas, they are not. And look, it's Rev. Hey, Rev. How are you doing? Ah, shoot. I remember this. I don't want to be here. God dang it. Ah, still so cool. Yeah, I vaguely remember playing through this area last time, several times. I kept dying. I remember there's like a bunch of those weird Night Sisters, like cursed Night Sisters. But hey, Rev, how are you doing? How did your week go? Of whatever sorts. Hope that it was at least reasonably good. Anything fun and exciting happened for folks? Ooh, Sam's Club. Very fun. Well, potentially fun. You got most of what you wanted? That's a big plus. I mean, all the food supply stuff is in a bit of trouble now. Some of the areas more than others, obviously. But I like where I am, at least, we've been pretty good with regard to getting stuff from price clubs and even the regular supermarket. We haven't had a whole lot of issues, so it's pretty nice. I'm trying to remember what we couldn't get recently. Honestly, there hasn't been much, and we've changed where we get some of our stuff from. Like we go to a different resource for some fruits and veggies. Where they're specifically the fruits and veggies that are not for what's it called? Not for the grocery store, so they're rejected by the grocery stores. The whole thing where it's like they're too big, too small, etc. So, we've been getting a lot of our stuff from those places, and it's been working out pretty nicely. There we go, finally. Oh. All cool. Finishing up the ruined building. It is a cool building. Incidentally, I haven't forgotten, Rev. I've not forgotten about the video that you sent me, the 40K like I guess intro video story something or other. I've not forgotten about it. I've been so busy with work all of the last 2 weeks, as well as all of last weekend, and it looks like most of this weekend I'm going to be doing a lot of the same, unfortunately. So it kind of sucks.
Now he
So, yeah. It's aggravating. But I just wanted to let you know I have not forgotten it. Oh, you started doing Sudoku. That's fun. That's a nice way to pass the time. They're pretty cool. I never got super into them, but I would do them like on planes and stuff. I've got a Sudoku or just like a general puzzle book somewhere around it. It includes Sudoku amongst a few others. They're pretty fun. I like them. Definitely a nice little brain activity. Yeah, I love the fact that the Sudoku puzzles are so strictly logic. It's really cool. It's just a fascinating thing. I was never good at crosswords. I mean, in general, I was just always bad with words, with vocabulary. Like I did pretty poorly on those sections of like the SAT and the ACT. GRE I had done a little bit better on with the verbal, but yeah, I was never somebody with a particularly verbose vocab. Maybe it's because I didn't read enough. I'm trying to read more though. But yeah, they're fun. I've always been more of the logical sort, so Sudoku was always a fun thing. I remember my family was always really big on playing Scrabble, and I was just never very good at it. I tried my best, and I had like, you know, a handful of halfway decent plays, but I was never consistently really good at it because it's just not my kind of game, unfortunately. That's neat though. Who else is here? Mathewin's here. Sort of. I think she mentioned that she was doing a birthday party today, though. Or sometime this week. I don't remember exactly when. But, oh man, I want birthday cake. Can you do that? Like, is that legal to just go and, like, make a cake? Is that okay to do? I mean, we're adults, right? We're allowed to do that kind of stuff now? It's not against the rules. Ah, that's right. It was Tiny's birthday this week. Yay! Well, happy now belated birthday. I'm sure I said happy early birthday, and so now happy belated birthday. Yeah, I remember I saw, I've seen a handful of memes about this fact where it's just like, I just realized I'm an adult now. If I want to, I can go to the store and buy a cake and just eat it and nobody will stop me. Nobody should have that kind of power. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. I can feel where that's coming from because, yeah. we really shouldn't do that. I will say that some of my most fond memories from when I was a kid was when my mom just didn't want to cook. She was just really exhausted or whatever. And so we would do one of a handful of things. One of the things that we would do is what we called a non-meat dinner, a no-meat dinner. And we would essentially put out like a cheese and cold cut platter with some fresh popcorn from our air popper and, like nice cut up veggies and stuff like that. And we would basically just lounge in front of the TV with like snack foods. It was awesome. It was so much fun. But then my favorite by far would be the very rare occasion where we would legitimately go and buy an ice cream cake and that would be dinner. Like that would be it. And it was just like the most amazing thing. I don't remember what started that tradition, but I'm sad that it doesn't happen anymore because it was amazing. And look, it's Mathewin. Mathewin, you can settle our debate. What are you up to? Are you making cake? Because the assumption was that you were making cake. And or otherwise setting up for birthday party of some sort. Or I guess Zoom call party something or other. But either way, things happening in that sense. I always laugh when double jumps like this end up just completely stopping your momentum. Because screw physics, basically. Funfetti cake! Yum! That is the best kind of cake. Well, bugger. Oh. Ow. Uh-oh. Guys, we're in phase 2. I am not a fan of phase 2. Oh, bugger.
Right here, PD.
I'm really not a fan of phase 2. Ow! Aw, he stepped it on me. Yay for celebrations in this our time of need. Yeah, pretty much. It is a good time for celebrations. I mean, such that it is. I guess the advantage there too is that this is going to be like super cheap, because you don't have like a bunch of small tiny humans running around and demanding free food and cake and games and entertainment, and it's just sort of like everybody stays in their own houses and you just sort of hang out there and do what you need to do. Dang it. I tried to block it or parry it. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm trying to pay attention to Big Boy over here. Seems like he's only really vulnerable. Sorry. It seems like he's only really vulnerable just after the jumps. Ah! I jumped over that! Ah, I mistimed it. I couldn't tell when he was gonna charge. Dang it. Okay. Keep your germs, Keith. And look, it's Eag! Hi, Eag! Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat very much because I'm trying to fight this giant demonic what's it called. I'm gonna call it a Who's It. I am fighting the Who's It. Alright, we're breaking physics again. Because we need to stop our downward descent immediately. Hiya! Ah! What's he doing? Haha! Take that, sucker! Okay, so got it. Oh. Well, crap. Wait, what's this? Be abusing and killing a unique indigenous life form. I mean, to be fair, Homeboy came all up in here and started attacking me. Now, granted, I was all up in his cave and, you know, doing my thing, but still, all I'm saying is he attacked me first. Oh, so what? There's a stand your ground law? Oh, castle doctrine? I guess that makes more sense for the context, but still. I don't like the fact that he just stood there unmoving. It scares me. Ooh, cake is in the oven. I mean, it is true. Either way, he would technically have the law on his side. If we assume U.S. law. Which, let's face it, that's what we assume. Dang it! Ah! Dang it. 2 are done and cooling. Yay, cake! Ooh, 4 cakes to stack. Ooh, so it's a fancy layer cake. Whoa, fancy. Yeah, for my morning, I had a phone call with my boss. Hooray. You know what I just realized? I probably could have slowed him after he lands. Dang it. Ah, dang, I missed a headbutt. Oh, no fair, I can't see what Mathan's making. I did it! Maybe. Possibly. Maybe? Is he leaving? I think he's leaving.
I think it's gone.
Hooray! You know what that means? I win. Let's not talk about indigenous, he said, she said, castle doctrine, blah, 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 blah. Point is, I'm here checking out my homie, Darth Maul looking mofo. Doing what needs to be done. Oh, cool. Climbing claws. We had corpse rough. Whatever. Homeboy don't need it no more. Aw, Animal Crossing birthday cake. That's Toad Storms. Hey, Tiny. Happy birthday. Or I guess technically belated birthday because your mom said that your birthday was earlier this week. But still. Happy birthday day. Birthday party day. And of course Jedi are the good guys. We all know this. It's quite clear and obvious. Look at how good I am. Need Animal Crossing streams. But Jedi Fallen Order. Also, I'm almost done with Super Metroid. Like, you guys at least gotta let me finish Super Metroid. I think all I have left is Mother Brain. And even I should be able to finish that on Monday. I'm just saying. If even Danny can do it, then anybody can do it.
Strongest Night Brothers faced a rite of passage by venturing into the lair of this creature.
And then they died. You know, I've always been weirded out by this whole concept of rites of passage in different societies. It just seems so strange to do things that are so inherently dangerous. You know, like, to an extent, I understand it. You want to make sure that you have the best and strongest and all that stuff. But what if you get, like, bad luck or something? I mean, you can always have bad luck, whether it's in a deliberate combat with your enemy or in one of these little rites of passage things. I'm just saying. It's always possible to get screwed up somehow. I feel like there's a switch or something that I'm missing here. Not to mention, in my Animal Crossing thing is not great. Like, I don't have it set up very well. I'm working on making a nice little garden. That is my current goal for my stream, right? Not my stream, but for my Animal Crossing thing. Maybe here we go.
Stay low, buddy.
Hiya! Go, Danny, go! Oh, bugger! Okay, what the fudge? The public is demanding it. I don't even know what I do for an Animal Crossing stream. Although I mean it's basically Stardew Valley at that point, right? So it would probably basically just be a Stardew Valley-ish type stream. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Peas and carrots. Peas and carrots. Ow! FYI, I'm not doing anything right now. This is all cinematic. Use the force, bro! What is this, Just Cause?
Here we go again.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat right now. Ow. Oops, missed. Oh, those are spooky faces. Why are those faces so spooky?
You ready, BB? Jump! I don't know how we're gonna get down to this. It's a long drop. Jump again. Okay, I trust you.
Why are you trusting the robot? Homeboy don't know nothing. I told you he don't know. Ah! Ah! Oh, shoot. Dang, this is so dramatic. That poor indigenous life form. Hey, look at me getting all the XP.
You okay? Yeah, I'm great. Wish I could say the same for this creature, though.
Poor Gorgoria. They seem so sad. I could invite people over and we can just hang out. We could. It's true. I did. I just made an entire species extinct. Huzzah for Danny's. I went and did the thing. Go me. Genocide? More like funicide. Oh, that means I killed fun. Aww. Oh, bugger. Yeah, get him!
You can't win, outsider. Follow him closely. Don't let him rally, or I'll Jedi so weak. We can win, brothers. Cannot hide your weakness. Come back here. Come, fight me. I must try harder.
Rude! It goes against ethical code. What? Genocide goes against my ethical code as a scientist? I agree. That said, the game didn't give me a choice. You know, I couldn't be like, yo, live and let live, bro. I mean, it was just like, you know, here's this big giant thing, and it's all up in your way. And I was like, okay, I gotta kill it now. Because it's all up in my way, and it's not getting out my way. I'm just saying. Oh, I forgot to ask, did everybody have a good weekend? Week? Not weekend, it is the weekend. Theoretically. And to be fair, the character I'm playing as is not a scientist, as far as I know. Maybe he is. I don't know, is he? They don't really explain it. I assume he's not. Oops. Okay, that was nobody's fault. Really? I don't even get something cool? Fine, I'm gonna go link on these pots. Show them what's what. Okay, well when you put it that way, Rev, of course it sounds bad. I mean, obviously, saying that it's a religious fanatic trained as a child soldier, I mean, obviously it sounds terrible when you put it all accurately and whatnot. Okay, that's not a ledge that you can get onto, FYI, because I know that you guys were curious, and that's why I was testing it for you, so that you guys didn't have to.
I doubt they expected us to come back. Still, just gotta be a stealthier way in.
Why can't there just be a big button that says, push this to open? I have not... I've not seen much of any of Movies Explained Poorly. I've seen some similar things where it's mostly... like the, what's it called? Like just the little tweets and stuff. And so it'll be tweets of like explain a TV show or a movie poorly. Those are always pretty funny. I like them. I mean, that sounds about right. As far as describing Star Wars. Radicalized into an ancient religion by a desert mystic and later leads an assault on a government facility. That's pretty much it. Now, we will say, to be fair, that is the original Star Wars, the first one. None of that wackadoodle prequel sequel bullcrap.
No, we take it to brother business.
Oh, to be fair, I'm a fan of the newer movies. I will admit, I haven't watched them all, but I've seen a decent number of them. I remember when I was younger, I liked the prequels. I thought that they were pretty good. I mean, the whole sand thing was kind of bullcrap, and the supposed romantic tension between Padme and Anakin was just no. That I didn't like. I didn't like their on-screen chemistry. I don't think it worked. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good. And you know, it's funny because, well, just like so many things, I guess, you say it's explained poorly, but that's really not a bad way to explain it because that's exactly what happened. Well, and that's the thing is, like, people always give the prequels so much hate and all this kind of thing, and I honestly don't think they I mean, that said, I understand also why there's so much fanaticism on both sides, both for and against the prequels and the sequels as well, I should say. Yeah.
That's win, outsider.
See if I can take this guy out real quick. Seems that he's gotten too smart for me. Wait, what's happening? Okay, so, like, no. Like, getting into it ever so slightly. From the way I see it, me personally, Danny, is basically that, you know, everybody keeps saying, you know, Anakin was supposed to bring balance to the Force, blah, 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 etc., right? That was the whole shtick because prophecy, blah, 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 etc. The thing is that he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He brought balance to the Force. What did these people expect when it's nothing but Jedi hanging out and they find a kid who is supposed to bring balance to the Force? Do they really think that he's going to be a good guy? That doesn't make any sense. Because he's going to bring balance. Balance means that you have goodsies and badsies. If all you've got is goodsies left, then you're going to need some badsies. That's just science. Well, bugger. And like I see the idea of the whole like older brother versus father figure thing, but I don't know. For me, I find that Anakin fulfilled his destiny of bringing balance by becoming a bad guy. But that might just be me. Oh, it's from the folks who actually wrote the script? Well, obviously they know more about it than I do, so... You know, whatevs. I will not pretend to know more than that.
See you, outsider. Try me, Jedi. Stop moving. Prepare to die, Jedi.
Hey, BD.
Ah!
Yes.
Healing the rift? I don't know about that. Like, I guess part of my problem is that I don't know the lore deeply enough to fully appreciate exactly what was meant by some of this stuff from the shows. Or I should say the movies. I don't know, did the Clone Wars animated series touch on any of it? I genuinely don't know. I never watched it. Dang, if Warren was here, he could help. He could explain all this. I love that these guys have their own, like, specific designated area that they can't get out of. Where is he? There he is. A dance?
I'm tired of waiting for instruction from the system.
A dance.
This
A
intrusion must
dance.
be dealt with.
I scratch my nose. So that much I do understand. The idea that having the Jedi on one side and the Sith on the other side of a massive spectrum is a huge problem. And honestly, that's part of why I loved the Coder series so much. Because it seemed to be a lot better about showing that you have kind of that the ability to use, like, Force Lightning, for example, while you can also use the Jedi Mind Trick and things like that. But that said, we all know that the dark side of Coder always had better and cooler powers. So...
We witnessed a ship crash in the swamps.
Be cautious.
Yeah, I mean, it's an odd sort of thing to think about, because it is something that heavily parallels a lot of what we see in our real world, in the whole context of, I mean, again, religious fanaticism. And to an extent, you know, it's cool to see something from our world, I guess, portrayed. But at the same time, it's like, well, shoot, we're crazy. I don't want to be crazy. But yeah, fanaticism in any form is always bad, regardless of its intention. Right, and that's the thing is, like, we always view the Jedi as good, but they are just as radical about their own beliefs as the Sith are. It's just that the two of them have different beliefs. It's just that they are both just as zealous in how they enforce them and how they look at their own beliefs. But yeah, I mean, certainly they're different in the sense of what they think But as far as their fanaticism towards what they think, they're exactly the same. Yeah, I never understood the whole idea of shunning emotion. Like, I was a fan of it in terms of, wow, that sounds like fun. I wouldn't mind that. But the fact that they consider it to be, like, anti-disciplinary, I mean, it always reminded me of the Vulcans, obviously. I mean, for me, I watched more Star Trek before I watched Wars. Well, I should say a little bit more, not much more. But the thing is, of course, I was reminded of the Vulcan thought of logic above all, which I personally appreciate. But the fact that they say you can't love, you can't hate, you can't do anything like that is stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, and so the Sith code is kind of interesting. The idea that they put passion above everything is kind of interesting, right? Because you can be passionate about any number of things. It's a matter of what does your passion represent in the grander scheme of things, where it can be potentially become an issue. I just gotta save real quick here, because I'm almost dead. And I can do a new skill too. Let's see here. I like the whole increased lightsaber damage thing. That's pretty sweet. What do we have on this side? Life is increased. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go with increase everything for now. It's a good sort of general use thing. I gotta get going in a little bit too, unfortunately. You know, it's always interesting to think about kind of the philosophy of Star Wars, you know, what the individual things mean and how they are and whatnot, what they represent.
You survived. Your daughter's familiar.
Alright. I'm going to save again real quick since I got that echo. And I'm going to head out for today. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a great birthday party, Tiny / Marathon. Hope that goes well. I unfortunately got to get to work. Yeah, it's going to be another pretty busy weekend of work for me, I think. So it kind of sucks. But you guys all take care of yourselves. I will be back on Monday. So you guys have fun, have a good time. I will say for Monday I'm planning on finishing up finishing up the Super Metroid, and then after that, if there's enough time, I might do a quick little tour of my like Animal Crossing Island or something like that. But either way, you guys all take care, stay safe, be happy, well, and good. And I will see you all on Monday regardless. So, bye-bye, and take care.